Welcome to Med Tracking Forms. So I'm going to show you how to properly enter the student's medication information into the Instructor Med Tracking Form spreadsheet so that you will have it to reprint every month. So you'll start in the top box by putting the house and the semester. So North House Fall 2016. For the start date, that will be the start date that you want the med tracking form to auto-populate. So you see there are tabs along the bottom. This is your med entry form, so this is where you'll enter all the medication information. Then these other tabs are where that information will auto-populate to so that you can print the med tracking forms. So as you can see here, when I go to the med tracking form, because I typed in North House Fall 2016, it automatically went there. So I'm going to go back to the med entry form, and I'm going to put the first day of the semester, which is 9/7/2016. And now, when I go to my student form, it will have auto-populated the dates across the top. Okay, so each time we enter something on the med entry form, it will automatically populate to that student. So as you can see here, this is student 1, which I haven't given a name to yet, but when I do, their information will automatically go to the tab for student 1. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is put in our instructor names. So we'll say Willy Wonka and who else? I don't know. May, Pete. Okay, so again, we'll see that the instructor names have auto-populated to the med tracking form. Alright, so now I'm going to enter a student's medication information, which I obtained from the in-brief process. So we'll say it is Johnny Williams. The name of the medication that he's taking is Focalin. The instructions are 2 capsules at breakfast. So I'm going to go into this box. So whatever I put in this box will show up in that box, which I suggest if you do, wake up at the top, breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, bedtime towards the bottom, it helps. So here I'm going to say breakfast. Okay, the dosage is 50 milligrams. It is not blood level. And I'm going to leave the pill count blank because I'm going to write that in by hand every time. So now I can go to student 1 and I can see that Johnny Williams is in North House Fall 2016. His staff are Willy Wonka and May Peach. Do not change anything, as you can see, directly from the student forms. It is all, formula driven. I'm screwing something up. Let's just go back to another tab. Hopefully we'll be okay. I have a few more things I want to show you on what to do if. So you can see I went in and I added the other medications that Johnny is taking. So he has Intuitive at bedtime. So I put, the time administration in the bottom box so that it would show up in the bottom box on the form. We like to go in time chronological order down. He also takes a lot of vitamins and supplements, so I added those. Teen vitamin, 2 of them at breakfast, fish oil, 2 tabs at breakfast, or 2 capsules at breakfast, 1 capsule at dinner, so I have breakfast and dinner. Vitamin C, Benadryl as needed. But now I'm at the bottom. There's no more spaces left to enter any more meds, but the student still takes more supplements. So what I'm going to do is go to the next student box where it says student 2. It's still Johnny, so that's fine. So I'm just going to type his name in again. Johnny Williams. Oops. Spell it correctly. Okay, and I'm just going to add the next medication, which, let's say, it's Zyrtec. Again, follow instructions on bottle as needed. And then he also has an EpiPen. Okay. So, of course, an EpiPen is as needed for anaphylaxis. So we just fill all the information in, and so now that I've entered all the medications and supplements and as-needed meds for the student, I will be able to print off the med tracking forms for that student. So when I go to student 1, it will show you all those medications that I entered. Great. If there are any notes that I need to type in, I can type them down here in this bottom box. And then after I print it, then everybody will sign and date it. And then as you can see, remember I had more medication for Johnny on the next student. So when I hit student 2, you'll see there that it's still Johnny. He's still in North House, Fall 2016 with Willy Wonka and May Peach. You know, the dates are all consistent, and I have included those medications, so I can print this form and put them together with the other form. As you enter more student information down here, so as I scroll, you can see there's room for more students. So again, you just type their name in the box, fill in the medication information. Even though the maximum number of students you can have in a group is 8, we have given you enough space to do up to 10 students. As you'll see, it goes down to student 10. And that's just in case you do have students that are basically going to need more than one med tracking form because they take a lot of medications or a lot of supplements. And then as you can see down here at the bottom, it goes over to student 10. And also there's an instruction page that helps you make sure you're entering this information accurately. So let's just go back to our med entry form. That's pretty much everything. When you're getting ready to print a new med tracking form, like in the middle of the semester, you're going to have to make sure that you always come back up to this start date and change it. So, when they come back after their first expedition and we're printing new forms, it may be, October 10th. Okay, and we need to change that date so that when we go to the student's med tracking form, the dates at the top will actually reflect the dates that those meds are going to be administered. If we forget to do that, then those dates would still be September, even though that's not when you're going to give those meds. Okay, and you can disregard the Master Med Sheet tab because we have a new Master Med form from Laura Pate that's much easier and less time consuming.